Greetings, Marvel Strike Force fans. This is Cerebro, your community manager, and welcome to Strike Time, which is your community update. You might be wondering what this little item is here right next to me. Well, it's obviously a book, and we're going to tell you all about it in today's interview, so make sure you stick around. You're going to be able to reap some big rewards using your Marauders squad. Just by doing things you normally would do with them in the game, such as leveling them up, equipping gear, battling in various modes, you're going to earn points to win some great gear rewards. At least for a limited time, it pays to be evil. Don't miss your chance to add Heimdall, one of the newest Asgardians, to your roster in the Favor of the Gods event. Don't forget, you're going to need 5 Asgardians at 5 stars in order to have a chance to unlock the next legendary character, Black Bolt. And speaking of legendary events, Nick Fury is going to be rolling around once again, so get out your Kree Minions team of at least 5 stars in order to be able to unlock him. Of course, if you leveled up your Kree to 6 or 7 stars, you're going to get an even more powerful Nick Fury, and you can also take that Kree team, throw in Ronin, and you're going to be doing some great battles in Blitz and War. And now that we've talked about Heimdall, let's move on to Lady Sif, who will be introduced to the game in her own Blitz. This is going to help you round out your Asgardians team, which are just absolutely awesome on war defense. And finally, make sure you have some high-starred mercenary characters because the Payday Flash event is coming around once again. This is a chance to score a ton of gold, which you can use to help level up your new Sif and Heimdall. All right, guys, I am thrilled to have here with us 2 amazing people from the Marvel Strike Force team. First, we have Christopher Giancinti and Christina Diampham. Thank you guys so much for being here. We have something awesome to check out today. But first, before we do, could you please let the good people know a little bit more about what you do on the team? We'll start with you.
I am a character modeler on the Marvel Strike Force project. I'm responsible for making a lot of the 3D assets and characters that go into our game.
And I am a character producer on the Marvel Strike Force game. I run day-to-day for characters, and I oversee art, and I'm also a portion of design, which we call our combat pod. And we make characters for the game.
This is something that is, wow, I don't even know where this came from. This really amazing art book that is called Strike Force, The Art of the Game. Did I say that with enough enthusiasm?
Yes.
The Art of the Game.
One more time.
The Art of the Game. Where did the idea for this come from?
Marvel, yeah. So pretty much we had an opportunity from Marvel Entertainment to publish an art book in-house. Marvel is publishing the book, and because we make their game, they provided us with an opportunity to make it in-house. So it literally came from Marvel.
What does that mean, produce it in-house? Does that mean that, like, they send people over here and then, like, writers and stuff? Like, how does that work?
So we worked with some of our partners from Marvel in the Marvel New York and Marvel LA office, and then on our side, we curated a bunch of assets, and on their side, they actually put together the layout of the book and negotiated all the terms that come with making books. A ton of interviews, about 15 to 20 hours of interviews went in, and we, Chris and myself, we worked with a fantastic writer, John Rhett Thomas. We call him Rhett. And from there, we have this book. So we heavily leaned on our partners over at Marvel and also our writer, Rhett.
15 hours of interviews. Did you get bathroom breaks?
Only sometimes. Only sometimes.
So from the point that Marvel comes to us and says, hey, we've got this opportunity, you guys want to do this, to the point that I'm now holding this thing in my hand, how much time was that?
I think we started working on the book in late January, early February. We were in full production for it for those 7 to 8 months. And then we had to wait for it to go to the printers and then come back, and now we have it. So I would say, what month are we? We're in December now, so almost the whole year.
So a lot of our players have expressed that they really love the art style of the game, and I have to confess, I'm even kind of hard-pressed to describe what the art style is of our game. Could you help me out with that?
I think it is a tough one just because you have a lot of designs and everything in it, and I was trying to think about what's the pitch for it, and to me, drawing inspiration from collectibles and statues and things like comic book covers, trading cards, the stuff that we all like to have in our collection, is part of the gameplay itself. It's you're getting all these characters, and it's like, I want the characters to look like something that belongs in a playset or something, even though it's still a realistic style. It still has that nice physicality to it. The materials look like things of like a really collector item toy or statue or something like that. So I use that as my landmark of things I want to collect.
So one of the things I think is pretty cool about the book is that it gives a lot of the backstory and kind of shows a lot of the revisions that some of the characters went through and maybe like some different options. Were there any characters in particular that evolved a lot through the process?
One of the ones that I like to call out is Deadpool, because you talk from a comic book perspective, from a movie perspective, everyone portrays him a little bit differently. Some he's breaking the fourth wall all the time, other he is just the most talented mercenary on the planet kind of a thing. Mm-hmm. And for ours, there was a bunch of little iterations about, should he have his mask on? Should he be able to see his like real face? Or like wear a bathrobe because he's a silly guy and he just woke up and he got into combat. And we ended up landing on a design that's like his outfit is very militaristic and buttoned up, but his animation and the way we introduce him in the story is Ultimus blows up his favorite chimichanga stand, and all of his animations are like really fun. He skips into battle. When he resurrects, he just splats on the ground. It is really, really fun to see like the narrative come from multiple angles and still stay true to like every aspect and every incarnation that these characters are part of.
That would also cheese me. Yep. My favorite chimichanga stand? Don't you dare, Ultimus. Don't you dare! So another thing is kind of a cool behind the scenes is that we get to see like kind of the grayscale models of the characters, and I think it actually gave me an even greater appreciation for the level of detail that goes into any of the characters. Are there any that were of particular challenge?
Carnage is an excellent example here. When these grayscale models, this is the phase that we call the sculpting phase, because it doesn't have any color on it. It is very much just the material and the definition of the form. So for a character like Carnage, who has this symbiote that is undulating all over his body, this inky material, and having these blades pop out of his arm and everything, and it's like getting that to sell and basically wax or clay is a bit of a challenge. But we worked with the concept artists on this piece and the animators to make sure that we can make this like sculpt that has all that quality to it, and make sure that it animates well too, because that's such an important part of the look of the character.
Okay, so at the very end of the book, I went through and I counted, we've got like 70 credits here. I mean, that's a lot of people that's needed to put this together. Like, let's give credit where credit is due here. Who are all these people?
First off, thanks for counting all the names. I didn't know there were about 70 names on here. So all the names you see on here, it just says credits. Yes, we made an art book, right? But there are so many people and so much collaboration that goes into this. So the names you'll see here are artists, as the core artists from the game development side. Also the marketing art team, as well as producers, as well as game designers from our combat pod, and pretty much all the names here. Some of these people aren't here anymore, so anybody that's worked on this game within the art department for the past few years, their names are in here.
So we're not just showing this off and being like, nah, we have this cool thing and you don't. We are making this available for people to purchase, correct?
Yes.
And when can we expect for that to be happening?
So, according to Amazon, it is December 31st. So you can pre-order on Amazon now and get it by or on December 31st.
Set it on part of your New Year's thing, not just to, pop champagne, but go over to the book. It's really awesome. I had so much fun reading it. It's like 220 pages, so it's not like you're just gonna go through this like in 10 minutes. Like, you're gonna spend a lot of time with this, I think.
Yeah, there's so much of a storytelling element to it, and you really get a behind the scenes look at what made it, what didn't make it, the process, the people. There's so much effort that went into this. This is our love letter to the Marvel Universe.
And thank you to Marvel for letting us do this. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for coming by. Really appreciate it. And just it's we are very formal here. What do you think? We're not here just goofing around. This is very serious. No, it's not. It's very serious work. Well, thank you guys, and I hope you guys can get your copy of this book. It's really, really super cool. So,
awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Hello, I'm your friendly neighborhood community specialist Zeeks, and this is your Community Spotlight. Last episode, we asked, what about the Asgardians is the most exciting to you? My first favorite response was from Redeema08. the fact that they were gods, plus I think they were really cool individually. From Thanos Diesel, Thor's rework. He has always been my favorite Norse god. Now he is the true god of thunder and lightning. And from Cornelius G says that we finally have a team on its way. It's been too long. Thor fans have been patient beyond patient. Well, my favorite saying is that patience is key. Going over to our Marvel Strike Force players Facebook group, April Rockhold has a super impressive way of organizing all the characters in-game by having the characters with their abilities in alphabetical order on index cards. I'm not sure what all the stickers and symbols mean, but it's clear that there's some serious thought that went into this. Congratulations on going through the challenging journey and earning your Ultron Robert Beard. Brian Holloway got lucky with a 180 Heimdall drop. I hope you enjoy your newest addition to the Asgardians team. Our future content creator is Wolverthor. He does intensive character reviews on his YouTube channel, as well as recently did an interview with our technical director. Please make sure to check him out at youtube.com/Wolverthor. Remember, the best way to ensure that we see your feedback for consideration in the next episode is to comment down below.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like the video, very important, and subscribe. Hit that little bell notification down there, and you are guaranteed to see all new episodes of Strike Time. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some reading to get back to. You know, if we do another one of these, we should make it all Deadpool. Well, I thought it was a good idea.